So, anyways, and then what's cool thing is that they have like ragdoll, but it's kind of like the controlled ragdoll where they're kind of stiff. But it's still neat though, because like if you do a huge uppercut as the finishing thing, then like they fly into the air. And
I like that a lot. The only thing I don't like is like whenever you finish a combo, the guys are always holding their head.
Yeah, that's true.
It's kind of weird.
Like you can kick them like right in the kidney, and it's probably internally removed.
You don't have to even hit them in the head.
And
once.
they're just like, "Oh, my head!"
as they're falling over. It's like, why are you holding your head, dude?
Yeah.
What? I didn't even hit you in your head.
But yeah, it's neat though, to watch them fall.
Cool.
And sometimes they'll do like spins and pirouette back through the air and fall on their head. And you're like, haha, you should be dead.
Then you give them a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, but so that's really cool stuff like that. One thing that's really neat is just throughout the game, as story, plot things happen, the island kind of changes from this penitentiary to just this almost like a fucked up, chaotic fun house kind of thing.
Because the Joker.
Yeah, the Joker. There you go. And either it's like through destruction or just plain, like there's that one area that has the big Joker head, with made of wood around that door, and that's kind of neat to see. And
watch
just
you get to see it, yeah.
Yeah, and
get
just other stuff like that. So that's pretty neat. And just the general difficulty of the enemies increase, not necessarily like their fighting ability, but like they just get harder, like
more enemies.
They start to like you said, throw stuff. Later on, like most of them, or eventually pretty much all of them have guns. They can pick up stuff, as we're viewing right now.
Yeah.
They pick up pipes, and sometimes in some areas you have these gun cages where the alarm will go off, and you gotta, make sure you get to them before they shoot John.
And just got shot.
But yeah, and so it's neat stuff like that.
Like at the beginning of the game, you got a couple guys with like no guns, maybe some like pipes or something.
And then,
but then like near the end, where I'm at, like near the middle, like they're starting to throw in guys where they have like knives and the stun baton guys all the same group.
Yeah, and they have their own way to take them down, and different stuff like that. And I know they have these special things on them that basically what it makes it is so that every time you knock one guy down, or not down but out, the other guys know about it, so they'll run to him, which does hinder it because then you can't just be a perfect spy and just take them out one by one right after each other. But that does make them all of them run to that one spot, so it can help you out in some ways and hinder you in others. So it makes it harder, but it's great. It's fun.
Yeah. It's all good.
So, oh yeah. For the love of God, after you rip off grates, if you run into them or walk into them...
I've never had a problem with this, but Joe is the master of this, apparently.
Well, John ran into a freaking, like, trash bin, and it made, like, the loudest fucking noise. But, yeah, grates make a loud noise when you run into them. And I remember one time, I, like, ran into it, and I hear this king, 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 king. Like, oh, God, what's about to jump out of the wall and kill me? What the hell is going on? Yeah. But they're loud. I don't know. It's not really anything important, but just me personally. But, oh, yeah, if you stray from a main mission, like an important mission, for the love of God, it will make sure you know. Because it'll either be Batman's like, oh, I'm not in the right place. I better go way back over there. Then you keep walking, it's like, no, I'm not in the right spot. And then you keep walking, it's like, hey, douchebag, you're not in the right area. You're like, whoa.
Yeah, Batman.
Either that or, like, the Oracle is what she's called, but she's your radio chick that's always talking to you. Is like, oh, you need to make sure you go here. Make sure you go here, or...
Yeah, it's trying to keep you on...
one way or another, it'll make sure you know you're not going to the right area. It's trying to keep you on the straight and narrow. Yeah. But again, it's not all missions. It's just, like, the really main, important, huge ones, So... Yeah. It's not... bad, it's just annoying sometimes.
And that only happens every now and then. That doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah, it's not every minute. But, like we just said, not every main mission.
Yeah. One thing I wish is when you're on these gargoyles, is I'm sure whether you play the demo or not, because they show it all the time. But they're basically these things that you grapple up onto, and then there's a bunch of them around in this room that you're in, and they're in, like every main room where you have to fight, and, it's just kind of how you can escape from the guys and, see everything, what's going on, and plan your attack. But I really wish you could use your fucking bat claw off of those. because it's like, because one great thing about the bat claw is if somebody's walking on, walkway where it's just him, you can pull them off of it and they fall and get knocked out. But I really wish you could do it right off the gargoyle because that would make it sometimes easier, but maybe it made it too easy.
Yeah, who knows?
But, so, yeah, it's just another little thing. One thing that's really great is pretty much you'll never die unless you're retarded and or slow by falling off of things into, like, pits or, like, rooms filled with killer gas at the bottom. Because once you fall, you probably get, like, a few seconds, probably, like, 3 seconds, where it'll say, press this, and it's for your grapple. And it lets you shoot back up onto the mainland, so you won't die by falling, again, unless you're slow.
And really slow.
Yeah, I mean, even
it gives you like 3 seconds.
Yeah, even the first time it happens, I was still like, wait, what? Oh, click, and then I was like, oh, okay, so I get it.
Yeah, it flashes for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, you should be fine.
RB.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
But yeah, you should be fine. Another thing that's great is there's like no invisible walls, pretty much.
Yeah,
even though a second ago we just found one, but again, it's not like a spot that it's annoying that it's there.
Oh yeah.
But, like, even, like, on some rooftops that you can get on, it'll be a spot that there's no reason for you to be there. There's still not one to stop you from going there. So,
you can go pretty much almost anywhere.
Yeah, almost anywhere. So that's really neat. It's a nice thing to have. If you're worried about getting all upgrades before, like, the end of the game or, near the end, it's not a problem. As long as you make sure you fight everybody, because I'm sure in some places you probably could, like, skip fights. You'd have to be retarded, but, you probably could. And then, just make sure you pick up as many Riddler challenges as you can, find. Some of them are, like, right in your way, so if you don't get them, again, you're fucking retarded. So, yeah, no problem with the XP. The map is really nice. It explains everything real well. It's, nothing really needed to be overly complicated about that. But I know sometimes, like, when you're looking for the Riddler challenges on the maps that they give you that you shouldn't buy, that sometimes, like, it'll have it there, and then you think you're at the spot, and then you realize, oh, it's actually above me or below me. So really, that's the only thing. It's elevation. It can be confusing sometimes, but besides that, it's fine.
Yeah.
There's, like, almost no loading screens. I know they...
Almost. I know. Almost.
Well, I mean, obviously, like, loading in and out of the game,
yeah.
And then sometimes, like, if a major cut screen is about to happen, it might do one. But I know from, like, room to room, they disguise it. I figured it out with those doors.
Yeah.
Because sometimes the doors will open really fast, just...
Yeah, it's like...
You're
it's
in.
like...
Or sometimes it'll be like...
Metroid Prime.
You're just like, oh, taking a while, are we? And then even if it takes longer than that, it'll say opening door. You're like, yeah, you mean loading.
I've noticed sometimes if you're running and you go to open just a regular door, the batarang will actually pop up in the bottom.
Yeah, and you'll see a little spin.
Like, I gotcha.
But, yeah. So, but, again, almost pretty much none. So, that's that. And then, as far as, like, gadgets and upgrades, as far as, like, actually aiming your own batarangs and throwing them and stuff, it's fun. And if you didn't know, I know one loading screen is like, to get the cinematic view, do you know how to, get it or whatever? Basically, you just press RB, right? Yeah.
Yes,
when
RB.
you throw it, when you're aiming with it, and the camera will just follow it as it goes through the air. Sometimes it goes in slow motion, sometimes it goes regular.
Anything that you can throw RB and you can do cinematic, aka bat claw, all that stuff.
And it's really neat. There's almost no point, but it's just cool. And what's great though is like you don't have to worry about throwing a batarang and it hitting like some pillar because you didn't aim it just right. Because, like, if you, like, aim at one spot and you basically throws it straight...
If it's pretty much locked onto someone, it'll make it
target. Oh, yeah. And then, I mean, obviously there's a possibility of him walking behind a wall and then it hits the wall. I mean, stuff like that, yeah. But, if he's just standing there and you throw it, it'll either go, like around the pillar...
If there's, like, a guardrail in front of him, it won't hit the guardrail.
Yeah, and again, like, it'll either go, like, around something in the way or, like, basically straight forward. So, it'll hit him. No problem. There's definitely a lot of upgrades. I mean, not, like, a ton, like, 100 or anything, but there's probably, I don't know, like, 20, something like that. There's plenty. Yeah, why don't you find out real quick? Oh, you can't.
Oh, you can. You're doing challenges.
But that's alright. But, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of upgrades for armor and combat and different gadgets and stuff like that. And